Alright guys, so this is probably going to be one of the worst videos I've ever made. I don't know how to explain all of this with pictures, and to produce it I have my phone and a tablet at the minute. Back in 2013 when I was making videos I had a PC. That PC run Pentium 2. Don't think that'll even run Windows now. I have no way of making videos or screen capturing, or like I say, it'll be poor. I'm just rambling on, I don't know. Gosh. I don't want nobody to take this because it's out there in comments, in little bits, what I want to show you. I comment little things all the time, all over YouTube. And it seems to me, this is crazy, but it seems like for years I've dropped little comments, and then these people are writing books and making thousands of dollars. Repackaged the comments. What I want to show you, we'll all be writing books about, but repackaged. I'm probably sick of seeing this, but I'd like to just say what I think, right, is that the Elohim requested to the Father that they make man in their image. Let us make man in our image. They made the male and female, and their children were the hands, the Neanders. This is pretty straightforward to follow. The archaeological evidence suggests the only thing that don't fit, guys, is their timeline. And that is highly questionable. And I will sit and debate with anybody the proper facts. You want to talk about layers and laugh about time? Well, how do the trilobites climb through the layers? Let's not get into that. The Elohim requested to the Father they make man in their image. This is the male and female, their children, the Neanderthals. This is the root of all paganism. The Neanderthals were not what they tell you. They've only just accepted, and they're all pretending to be amazed that Neanderthals could communicate, even to speak. Do you know how many times I've been laughed at over the years? And now they're saying the Neanderthals could not only speak, they had religious, ritualistic ways. I'm saying that they got these ways from channeling the angel, or angels, or watchers. That identity, the specifics, is not important what we're saying right here, right now. So the Neanderthals channeled the spirit, the angel, this and his group. We find flutes, a common thing, flutes. We find heads. We find all sorts, guys. I'll show you. This is so difficult, because I'm thinking about what I want to tell you, that's why. In their ritualistic, I don't know. It's hard. What he told them is the prophecy. He told these there will be a Messiah, a king of the world. He told them all the prophecy. And basically, guys, he told them to build the temples and tepes. The ritual has 3 elements. Told you this would be the worst video I've ever made. Talk about car crash TV. Let's go back to 2013. Wow. The shamanistic pagan ritual of the Neanderthals, from channeling the entities. They were taught how to do all the elements, the drums, the flutes, the makeup, the flint knapping ritual blades, cups, pottery, to do the starfire ritual. Right, guys? I don't want to get into all the depths and nitty-gritties right now. This is terrible. Right, let's give you something. So, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that he told them 3 parts. It's always 3 parts of the ritual. The ritualistic, sacrificial, beheading and passing through the fire. Now I believe the hands, they did this countless times over and over again, believing it would bring the Messiah. When the events in the garden, the deed to spread the seed and the tree, the forbidden fruit, that's what really caused it. And he knew this, but he wanted to play God to the Neanders, to the hands. He wanted to be their God and provide the Messiah. So they needed to ritualistically sacrifice to create the spirit. Then they needed to breed. And then they needed for this guy to be born. This is 7.5 minutes of total rubbish. So Göbekli Tepe, I believe, was created for the first part of the ritual. To get high on drugs and sacrifice to create the Kundalini spirit of Anubis, of Baal. In the tepe. You follow that, guys? So in the tepe, they ritualistically sacrificed this guy when he were excited and high on psychedelics. They chopped his head off to release the Kundalini car, to release this spirit. This is what he told them. Now, I'm not saying that this is true. I've just told you that the real truth was what was going on in the garden is what caused this. This is what he told them. Okay? I will try and show this properly like I used to do with all facts and information. So, Göbekli Tepe is where they did the sacrifice. Karahan Tepe, right, guys? What I believe this is the fertility complex for the same ritual. I believe that they carried out the sacrifice at Göbekli Tepe, and then In this enclosure, they put the body, notice the position, and they put him in the underworld. And of course, he traversed the underworld and overcame and rose, and then here's the squatter man. The Stargate, in this instance, this layer, is the sun. He overcome the underworld and rose to the sky, to the heavens. Then what goes up must come down. The squatter man, the falling man. So in here, I suppose, surmise, suggest, this is where they did the sex. Okay, the sex magic. Probably with a highly fertile virgin and lots of men to make sure we'll have run trains and all that weird, mad, deep, dark stuff. The paganism. The ritualistic sex magic. That's what this place is. Göbekli Tepe is the off with their heads, sacrificed, decapitation to release the energy. After this first time, this is what happened. But this first time, they was all lied to, these hands, and they believed their source. Okay? They believed him. And they did this. So they put the victim of the sacrifice in this hole. They started doing the ritualistic sex in here. Again, there'll be drums and all sorts of stuff, everything you can think of. They got it on in here. And this is the head of a sperm. See it, guys? Entering the egg. So I've just wasted 12 minutes of your time because I don't know how to say that this is a sperm entering the egg. This is the creation, the fertilization, according to him, creating him. This is what he told them. This is what he told the hands. That doing this would create the world king and the Messiah. Their Messiah. Are you following this, guys? This is the worst I've ever... My train of thought and everything. So the ritualistically sacrificed in Göbekli Tepe. They buried the victim in this enclosure. They put him in, look at the shape. Like this, guys, okay? So they chopped his head off, fetched him here, put him in here, in the underworld. They had the ritualistic sex party. And symbolically, the sperm and the spirit of the sacrificed victim together enters the egg. That's what this is. And here, this face is the face of the shag here idol. This is who they was waiting for. So the body goes in to do the ritualistic sex. The sperm, carrying the spirit, fertilizes the egg. At the moment of inception, on the summer solstice, as noted by J.J. Ainsworth and Hugh Newman, if it wasn't for these people, none of this stuff would be knowledge known to anyone. I don't hate these guys. I don't understand how they can be there at all these places. Well, They do know, they must know. Like I said, I'll be writing a book about this soon. Mr. Collins. This is why I'm trying to do this now, rushing it early with nothing, no capability of doing what I'm trying to do. Because they're going to repackage this, what I'm trying to tell you now, and put it in a book. And sell you a lie with no truth, no creator, a false messiah, and what they're going to make is dollars. And I don't want that, guys. That's not what I'm about. Why I'm here, what I'm doing this for. I want to know if I'm right or not. And I want you all to know. So the phallic pillars and the face. Sorry. This is the worst video I've ever made. In for a penny. So they bury the sacrificed body in the underworld. The sperm carrying, which it doesn't, but they believed that this sperm carries this spirit as well as the spirit of the life. It carries, do you understand what I'm trying to say, guys? And it enters the egg, and at that moment, the light, a ray, Ra, comes from the sun, because it's gone ascended to the sun. It falls, the squatter man comes out of the sun, through this hole, hits that face, boom, the spark. Just like the spark, they call it the zinc spark. They're the witness at the moment of conception. At the moment of conception of the sperm entering the egg, there's a spark. And that's what this alignment is. I've always told you all this stuff, guys. The alignments. This is why the pagans, the hinges and the calendars are so important to them. Because of their beliefs. This is what their beliefs are based on. To ritualistically sacrifice, behead, at this Göbekli Tepe complex. Then they put the victim in here, at Karahan Tepe complex, into the underworld. And he traverses the underworld and ascends into the sun. He is the sun god. He comes down, boom, while they're all doing the sex of probably running a train on a virgin. I'm sorry, guys. I can't sugarcoat everything and be who everybody wants me to be, because you all want me to be somebody so different to the next guy. I'm just Jay, and that's what I mean by it. 20 minutes of rubbish. What I'm trying to get at, I believe, is groundbreaking, breathtaking. It's the fertility part of the whole 3-part ritual. The sacrificial, ritualistic beheading. The sex and conception. Which means there's a third complex where they put the impregnated virgin to give birth. And I believe that is, well, I know where I think it is. I believe it's somewhere square, because at this point, they've squared the circle. I don't know. I know what I think. May Yeshua bless you.